wasn't doing. You wasn't
What?
doing half of the stuff you was making. Me and Aries was just telling the truth. Like we was telling it every episode. We was telling because we was there, and you got upset because we was telling the truth. And
What
I'm like,
truth?
yo, so
What truth? Tell
why?
me.
Let me
You
ask
got
you a
me. You
question.
got me on the phone. Tell me the truth now.
I'm gonna
right
ask you
here.
a question. So why you told the producers not to air his dash cam? Why you did that?
No.
Why
Fam,
you did that?
fam, Angie,
Why did you do that? Why would you do that? Like I don't understand that.
Hold on. Wait, AniYa, because
why?
both of them
Why?
they talked about the show.
No, not Aries. Respectfully, let me talk.
I
Let me talk to Angie.
Go
Let
ahead.
me talk to Angie. Let us get through this.
Go ahead.
Let us get through this. Angie, why would I tell anybody not to air dash cam? Why would I tell? I have no control.
Telling me this. I have the producers telling me this.
Okay. And the producers told y'all. What else the producers told y'all? The editors quit. That's why the show was over.
The producer didn't say. The producer did because the producer didn't tell Angie anything. That's why I was trying to intercept with all of that. I mean, nobody said nobody. In the dash cam, they said that the way it was being edited, some of the producers, some of them were fired. Some producers were fired, and some of them actually walked off because of the fact that the way the editing process was going. People called and definitely said that that the purse that was supposed to be set aside for Angie was null and void. That they cut out. That her scenes were purposely cut out. They also said that they probably. I don't know. Wait, listen. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. These are things that I wasn't privy of prior to anything. I didn't know any of this. But this is the information I was getting. I don't know about a purse or a jacket or whatever. Purse or a jacket, whatever the hell she said that they was holding aside for Angie. But and also the signature that she gave in order to use the dash cam footage, was that people was trying to use that signature that she gave to use the dash cam footage as a reason to use all the footage that she was recorded on for BET. These are a lot of different things that they were saying. There's a lot of different things that they were saying, and so that's the reason why when she felt a certain way with certain things, and when we started talking about the show, when you asked about what lies, it ain't about a lie about certain things. It's about things that we live, and then when we started watching things on the show, we wasn't even really talking shit. We was making fun of certain things that we found to be funny because we were around. And we were like, oh, wow, that's funny. Oh, well, that's funny. Oh, yeah, this part right here, yeah, that was some bullshit. Because we was around and we knew about it. So we found, like, okay, we can talk about that. Wait, let me finish.
I'm glad. No, let's do this step by step.
I'm not going to talk too much.
So we can get through this.
I'm not going to talk too much.
No, let's do this step by step.
Right, Hawk, let him address his issues, because now let's hear from Aries, because he's been waiting patiently. And then if we have to go back, then Hawk, then you could address everything. Peace. Tonight we're gonna get through this tonight.
It's so much here. Can I just speak to that? Can I just speak to that? Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I'm almost done with that. I was trying to do as fast as possible. That way you can get back to what you had to say. Because honestly, I do feel like y'all definitely did whatever y'all was going through. But as far as all that stuff, that's what we was doing. We weren't doing it initially in bash, and the only time when I started doing the bashing is only when I started seeing a member of your organization who you already seen what was happening, when they started addressing, saying that you and somebody else also put laughing emojis on that comment. And so I was like, okay, well, I didn't look at that as being something that I was going to just sit by and stay quiet to, because a lot of times I was just poking fun and letting Angie speak her mind, because she was coming to me with a lot. And I'm like, you know what, just speak your piece, because that was the way she was getting a thing off. But when she felt that, right? I'm almost finished. Give me 30 more seconds. Once she felt attacked, then I definitely did feel like I wanted to come to her aid. And then a lot of things started going back and forth where, like I said, my name started getting thrown into all type of other stuff. And then now I'm homophobic, and I'm threatening people with guns and all this type of other stuff. And it's like, all of that was bullshit. And so I laughed at it. And but you think I'm not gonna get upset over things like that when people they want to talk about slandering your name, people slandering my name, and then still acting like I ain't doing shit. So yes, to me it was funny. I mean, and then now people want to act like I'm homophobic, whatever. And it's like, all right, whatever. I already did the fake rape charges within the organization with the fake.
What rape charge? Why are you blowing shit up? See, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. I'm tired of the lies, bro. I'm tired of the lies. I'm Fraud Newsome. Then tell the truth, man. Rape charge. The girl said you offer her $40. Why the fuck is that a rape charge? Like, stop hyping shit up.
You said what? You said what? Okay. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's not. If you want to say a rape charge, no, I don't. It's not a personal rape charge as far as saying I rape. But no, this is the way I look at things, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nah, see that? No. Because that's a very serious thing. That's a very serious thing.
Okay.
You can't say the way you look at it. That's a very serious thing.
This is how serious it was to me. I want you to
know what I'm talking about. I'm glad everybody see how people be hyping this stuff up. I'm glad everybody see how y'all be hyping shit up. I'm glad. To make shit more than what it is. I'm glad everybody.
One mic, please. One mic, guys. One mic.
So I'm gonna tell the exact situation. I'm gonna tell the reason why I say it's rape. I'm gonna tell the reason why I say I look at it as a rape charge. As like that, and this is the reason why. And it's not hyping it. This is how I feel personally. So I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
Real quick, Aries. Really, real quick. I don't even know about the situation. So, yeah, tell it. But as long as we clear the air about all of this, that's what I want to do.
No,
Let's just clear
it. That's a perfect. And that's what I'm trying to say. People act like I'm people throwing it out of proportions. No. People take other people's feelings and they want to throw it on the side as if it mean nothing. No. It wasn't necessarily the girls to try to say I raped her, but if you're dealing with people, we were dealing with sex trafficking victims and human sex trafficking during this time, right? Now, you had a sister who was with the organization, within the organization, right? My name is being put within the organization and being spread around as if I propositioned this woman for sex.
Wow.
Okay? So it was. But no, you're making it seem like I propositioned a woman for sex. And then on top of that, once this happened, right, I was wondering why. I'm like, something's going on, and I don't know what's going on.
So wait.
No, listen. People let the same rumor about me addressing some female acting like I propositioned her for sex, and nobody even told me about it. It took 2 or 3 months within the organization for me to actually find out what was going on, my name being studied in the organization. And that was only because of the fact that when I went to this girl, I went to see her going to court for you, Hawk. You know what I'm saying? To support for you. You know what I'm saying? I see her inside the courtroom, what I'm saying? And I go to and I'm like, she's acting different. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like so I go talk to another member. I'm like, yo, what's going on with your sister? Why she's acting weird with me? You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
It got to a point where,
all right.
It got to a point.
So you got that out. Let me talk. You got that out. Talk, right? So what we've both agreed on is that it was a proposition and not a rape. Okay.
No, what we agreed on that never happened.
Okay. I'm just talking about the vernacular around it, because either way, they're both very serious things. They're both very.
Exactly. I'm going to say, I looked at it.
I just let you speak, fam. I just let you speak.
I'm going to admit my mistake. I'm going to say you're right on that. I'm going to admit my mistake on that. Maybe my vernacular shouldn't have been wrong, but maybe have been wrong on that. But I'm going to say that my personal feeling was that it was adjacent to me being called a rapist, and that's how I took it. And you cannot take that away from me.
I can't take that. I can't take that away from you. I can't take that away from you.
Let him address it. Hawk address.
I can't take that away from you. I can't take that away from you. But I could clear it up for everybody who's listening.
Thank you.
Because everybody who's listening could take that in a very different way. Okay. Right. Now what y'all saying is, y'all just made fun of shit y'all saw. But y'all was at me with everything y'all had every week. So it's an understatement. And if we gonna be here, we gonna be truthful, fam. We gonna be truthful. Like people was dragging me, but you know what I said? I said, you know what? If slandering me help you get your likes up, help you get your energy up, then you
That's
can do
a lie.
You could do that.
I'm sorry,
right?
that's a lie, because the only times
So
we
let
was
me
is
finish. Let me finish. Can I
but no,
finish?
hold on. I know you want to let it go. Let me talk. Hold on. But that's a lie, because the only times we was on is when we was there, because the parts that we wasn't there, we wasn't talking about it. Or if we did talk about it, we was talking about city in Atlanta, talking about, yo, they doing the work, because he was bringing up families that we didn't know about. And all you was doing was focusing on Eric Garner. And look, check this out. Like you why couldn't you just do the same shit for Andrew? Hey, look who's on Emerald. Emerald's the daughter of Garner.
Okay.
Emerald,
It was let me explain something to you.
Like, come on, man.
Right? Let me explain something to you.
Angie, let him clear it up. Go ahead, Hawk.
It was the summer of Eric Gardner, right? Those people didn't want to hear about nothing else but Eric Gardner, unless it was something that tied into it. Unless it was something that tied into it. I tried to throw everything I got. Everybody who is on this call, I tried to get a check for that show. And everybody on this call know that anytime money comes my way, I spread it to the team. Your nephew worked for me, right? For a day, whatever it was. Everybody on this, even you, AniYa, every time somebody know Hawk gets something, Hawk posting, hey, I got jobs for y'all. Hey, come with me here. You'll get $1,500 for the weekend. Hey, I'm paying people $15, $20 an hour. People know when things come my way, I spread it to my team. That's what separates me from a lot of people in this social justice field, because I try to spread the love around.
That you reach the number that you want.
When that thing came, I pitched everybody for that show. You, Aries, you, Angie, and they did not want y'all. They didn't want my sister. They didn't want Mario. They didn't want anybody for the show but me and Nepal. And midway through the season, when they didn't want to use anybody else, right? And they were using but they were telling my sister to call to show up for every show. We went on strike to get my sister paid. And let me tell you something. They paid us pennies. And the motherfucking money that I got for the show, you know how I get down. It went towards T-shirts. It went towards signs. It went toward Uber to get people around. It went toward food. Everything that I got for the show went toward the actions for that summer. Like,
okay, so let's also address what's his name, man? Clayton. All right, let's address him. How him coming at me, him outing my son. All right, my son hasn't even. How you even do that? And my son, he hasn't even outed himself, and he outed my son. Like, come on, man. My son is, and that's a very powerful thing, especially, you know what I'm saying, to a young man that's only 19 years old. He could have got hurt. He could have got killed. All right. But Angie, let me ask you something. To my son, and you couldn't even you I was some how you say, like I was mad, like gay bashing, and I wasn't even doing that. You know, I was joking, and I used to joke a lot. Me and you used to joke a lot and stuff like that. And I asked you, I said, yo, does this man have a partner with me? Oh no, that's him, that's Clayton, that's him. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, I even asked you, you said, oh, just leave it alone, whatever. I said, okay. So if he had a partner with me, why couldn't you address it and then come out some other way, instead of him coming at me, cursing me out? You know what I'm saying? Saying that I outed my son, when had nothing to do with nothing, okay? And doing mad shit. Why, Hawk? Why?
Okay. You said why? I'm gonna answer.
That had nothing to do with nothing.
You said why? I'm gonna answer, right? Now y'all sit up here and y'all like, oh, we was just making fun of this show. Like, everybody who watching this shit, and I know Smiley on there, I know a couple, y'all was on some real fuck Hawk shit. Like, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. If it was fuck Hawk, it was fuck Hawk. Say it. Ain't neither one of y'all scared of me.
You was lying. Because you was lying.
Okay, but see, the thing was, right?
You was lying, bro.
Okay, I get it. You said that, right? But you just said here
I could have went and took mad shit. I could have went and took mad shit and been mad words and talked a lot of stuff because we've been around each other, and you know I know a lot of stuff. But I'm like, my thing was, it wasn't about doing that. My thing was like, okay,
son, let me tell you something.
You
said enough stuff. You said enough stuff to get me indicted.
Oh my God.
You trust me, because the shit you was talking. The shit. I know, and you thought you were saying, and what you always say. What you always say, you emotional. You being emotional now. You always say you emotional. You always say you're emotional, and you being emotional now.
I'm emotional because you're lying.
You always get emotional. You always get emotional.
You're right. I'm emotional.
Aries, don't make me mute it. Don't make me mute it, Aries, because he's been listening and he's trying to resolve the issues by answering. Let's give him.
Lying though.
But listen.
I'm lying
Aries,
about what?
Wait, Hawk. Aries, you actually agree with the.
I'm right here. I'm lying about what?
It's certain things I definitely agree with, but the way when he wants to answer certain questions that Angie is trying to hit him with, and then he gives that diplomatic ass answer.
That's what it is, because I make sense. I make sense. I'm lying.
Let me
I make sense. I'm lying.
Both gentlemen and Aries, what is the resolve for tonight?
No, hold on. No. Let me finish. Let me finish answering Angie's question.
Okay.
Let me finish answering Angie's question. Angie, you was like, fuck Hawk every week for like 4 or 5 weeks. And then somehow, I don't know how it happened, you and Clay got into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and Clay got in. I don't know what it was because it was so much nonsense. But remember, while all this is happening, I'm still working. You and Clay got into it. And then after all these weeks of fuck Hawk, fuck his family, fuck everything, because this, you all know, I'm out here and I do what I do. And this is how I feed my family, right? This is how I feed my family. Is my life plush, luxurious? No. How much money could I make with my law degree? $175 a year, $175, $200,000 a year. But I'm running around here making pennies to represent this liberation, this cause, right? I'm running around here making pennies, right? So you get into it with Clayton after saying, fuck me, fuck my whole life for 5 weeks. And then you slide in my DMs like, you need to handle this? What? You come into my DMs like, you need to handle this? And you know what? I was still like, you know, yo, chill. And then next thing I know, Clay mad at me. Clay mad at me for trying to calm some other shit down. All I ever did was try to put an organization together to fight for the people. Am I perfect? No. Do people agree with everything I do? No. But guess what?
Okay.
It's a lane. It's a lane. Let me talk.
If you didn't tell Clayton my son was gay, how he knew?
Listen,
because I didn't tell him.
Listen, that was a common conversation. You and I always talked about that. You and I always talked about it. You and I joked about it. Like, stop trying to make me out to be this monster. Like, when me, was he not around us for the whole summer?
And he threw it on Facebook and outed my fucking son.
Listen. All I'm saying is, with me and your conversation, he could have heard that by being in the room. Everybody in the organization knew it. It's nothing wrong with your son. No. There's nothing wrong with your son.
I know there's nothing wrong with my son.
You making it like
I'm mad at the fact that my son didn't even
that's it. You acting like it was top secret information.
My son, you told him. Okay, you was wrong on that.
Angie, anybody who was around us that summer could have heard that talking. Everybody in the organization knew. You acting like it was a big secret.
Like my son was even around. Like, yo, you don't understand how detrimental that is. Okay, you don't know how detrimental that is.
Listen, let me explain something to you.
He's 19.
Let me explain something to you. I do.
Do you understand this?
I do, and I appreciate that. And I'm sorry for the way you feel, but it's not something that I was running around whispering to people. This was a common conversation between us, and you acting like it was something that was top secret.
My thing is, it's not about the top secret. It's the fact that he said it. My son didn't even out himself. He outed my son.
No control over that.
He could have got killed. He could have got beat up. He could have, if one of his friends saw my live or anything like that, and he didn't understand that. And he could have got beat up. That's my scare. That's my scare. That's my
Angie.
You know what?
But Angie, how is Hawk responsible if this Clayton guy jumped in and I don't know?
Because he told him. He told him about my son.
Everybody knew, Angie.
And outed my son.
Everybody knew.
That's how Hawk is. That's what Hawk is responsible.
Everybody knew.
Because he said it. Everybody did not know.
Everybody knew.
Okay. Everybody did not know.
Going back and forth, right? It goes back and forth, and I'm telling you,
that is wrong. It's just admit it's wrong. Just say sorry. You never
listen.
That's all it is.
You never.
That's all it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Angie, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
People can be wrong.
Angie, I'm sorry.
People can be wrong.
Andrew, justice. What's so hard?
It's okay with being wrong. It's okay. People can be wrong.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Yo, you never.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
No more. Not no
Angie,
more. No, not no more, man.
Yo,
listen,
come on, man. Yo, I
started this whole conversation.
You came to my house and
AniYa, can I speak? AniYa, can I speak?
Angie, I'm gonna mute you for 1 second.
Angie.
Okay, I put her on mute for 1 second. I know she's very emotional. I know. Hawk, I try to find a solution, but you said you wanted to address these issues. Aries, let him address say what he wants to say. Because you guys just asked for an apology. You try to give it. I'm trying to be on both sides, but it's a very hard situation right now. It's very difficult. Hawk, say what you were gonna say.
I started the whole conversation with an apology. And like I said, the first thing I said, I'm sorry things ended up like this. And if I didn't say it, I'm saying I'm sorry now. But what I'm telling you is, after everything I did to help you, it's fucked up the way I've been treated. It's fucked up. Like, I was there when a lot of people would not have been there. And it's just horrible the way I've been treated. And I know people who know both of us that came to you like, and I seen the comments like, yo, Hawk went dumb hard from you. All the way down to a little hooking you up with Rise and Resist and getting trees planted and playing video games with your kid and being in your house and long drives and long nights on the phone and strategies. Yo, I'm sorry, but we made progress. I wish we could have continued. I still do my little part. I got little students trying to call people in Schenectady, kids from all the way up in the mountains, all the way up there. I got people doing what they do, but like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, yo, I was fucked up for months, like, behind this whole thing. Like because of this situation, I don't want to build relationships with victims. And you know how we get into it. You're not a victim, you're a warrior. That's what I used to always say to you, right? That's what I used to always say to you. But I don't even want to build relationships with people anymore. I just want to work toward the greater good. If I could come aboard and I could help families. No, if you look at everything we did yesterday, AniYa, like, I wasn't on them families. I came, I said hi, said, I hope I represented you well, and I skated. I don't even want to build with families after this. Like, I'm there to help.
I told you about
in
that,
any
though.
way I can, but like I'm good on that. Like,
I told you about that, though.
I went super hard, son. And you know what? You did. I went super hard.
I told you was getting too personal, and that you were supposed to start treating her like a client, and y'all relationship got too close. I told you that.
Her like my sister. Like my sister.
I keep it up. If you heard what I said earlier on the live, I said, for one, I did learn a lot from you. And this is one thing that you don't understand is that anytime when I did live, I did a lot of different lives, right? All my life, I didn't talk trash on you. I gave you props for a lot of things also, but the thing is, you don't pay attention to those type of stuff when I did things like that.
And I had to block it because it was fucking me up.
No, but I'm talking about prior. I'm talking even prior to that, brother.
And we live 5 blocks away, my nigga. You could have came here, nigga.
Wait, brother. I'm talking about even prior to that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things prior to, even when I was with the organization. One thing I always did was I did Facebook Live and I voiced my opinion. Always. Even when I was with you, I voiced against other people. Anytime I felt a certain way about anything, I voiced my opinion. And we
still had conversations about it when I disagreed.
Exactly. And what I told you, the last time we had our talk, right? I told you we couldn't communicate during the shooting of the show, and there's a lot of things I wanted to talk to you about. But I couldn't communicate with you during the show. That seems that I didn't like. Why? Because you always had a microphone around you, and I didn't want those conversations to get caught on things. Now, we never got a chance to even really have things. Why? Because after we had that conversation, when we spoke on my block, that's when after that, we seen the first episode, and I'm being honest with you. We saw shit that made us laugh. So the first shit, we laughed like, yo, you seen that shit? Yeah, I seen that shit. Oh, shit. Yo, did you know about that? Yo, I thought we didn't know about that shit. Oh, somebody said that they didn't even know nothing about that before. Oh, but so we laughed at it. I'm being real with you. We found comedy and
but son, it was a lot of personal shit in there, man. It was a lot. You done said a lot of personal shit, man.
Wait, listen, and I'm saying that's understandable. And it's like okay, so we found our own little comic.
You're breaking up, Aries.
Jumping for the cameras. I'm a dude who wasn't even around most of the time y'all was doing the shooting on purpose because I didn't want to be on camera a lot, and I told you that.
I dig that.
So when people coming back to me talking about, oh yeah, the person saying you a clout chaser and all this other stuff, it's like that's why I want to be like, okay, so what's really being said about me behind my back? And that's when the distrust for me came, because me and you sat there and we supposedly talked and hashed out our issue right on my block, right on my stoop, right? Then to come after that, and I see a different person than the person who I just spoke to. So therefore, for you to tell me
where you saw that different person,
I saw that different person on TV.
How was I different on TV?
No, because once I'm watching the show and you see what gets edited and you see what you're saying, now certain things that was happening during that time that we were filming, things start to fall into place. And now I start to get a better understanding. Oh, that's why this happened like that. Oh, that's why. Okay, now I understand why.
Now, without going deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and I know what the fuck was going on with the different organizations and the different shit like that. You and I know what the fuck was going on. So if niggas was acting funny, you know exactly why niggas was acting funny.
But the funny thing is, the thing I didn't like about you is, and you know that. But the thing is, during that time, my brother, you know what I'm saying, and I definitely called you my brother, I was fighting your battle, being away from your ass.
Every time.
And but no, I was. And at the same time, you did not.
He agreed with you, Aries. He agreed with you.
But what I'm saying that you did not trust me when you told me that when we spoke. You thought that because you hearing things with this dude.
We ain't even got to go into all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though that issue got resolved and he even realized that he did something wrong, you took that and you took what you heard as opposed to you talking about you supposed to listen to your brother. You didn't even come to me with that. You came to me, oh, I heard this, I heard that. And it's like, I'm trying to tell you what the real is, but you know what? You took your stance. And that's why once we spoke the last time, I'm like, you know what? You got that. And I know, and from there, I'm like, I already know, now I know why you felt a certain way from prior to even that. And I'm like, okay, now I understand why your distance came, because you didn't trust me, but you wasn't man enough to tell me prior to that you didn't trust me. You were trying to act like you was keeping me at bay. And
I said it on your block. I said it on your block.
I know, and I'm saying you waited till on my block to say it, but prior to that, we were still interacting with each other, and you didn't. I was telling you, I feel like there's something between. Like, no, my brother, no.
What was we doing on your block? Niggas was getting shit off their chest on the block. That's what niggas was doing.
No, I'm talking about prior to that, though. I'm talking prior to that.
Okay.
Prior to, wait, listen, Naya. Prior to that, I told you when we spoke on my block. Prior to that, yo, Hawk, I felt like there was something between us, and you were like, nah, my brother, it wasn't that. But then you kind of let me know that, oh, I wasn't. So I'm like, okay, so it was that. So why couldn't you have told me that prior to that. But once you told me what it was, I understood. So I'm like, you know what? Now I understand why you felt that way, and that's what I'm saying. For that, I still even kind of forgave you for that. But once I started watching things on TV, I'm like, okay, well, now it's just funny. And it wasn't up until like I said, first we just making fun of the show. We laughing at certain things that we was a part of that got edited a certain way. We laughing at that. People do that.
Nah, but see, the thing is, what some of the things y'all was saying was like Hawk taking money that should be going to the families, fam. Like, really, Aries, you know how I hustle for this organization.
Yo,
you
Angie's
know
mouth
how
is
I hustle.
crazy. Angie's mouth is crazy. And if you notice some of the lives, I was trying to curb Angie sometimes. Like, yo, Angie, you gotta chill. Angie, you gotta chill.
Wildin'. We love you, Angie.
Wow.
I love Angie, but if you watch the live, sometimes Angie, she speak her mouth, and even before this live, when she got on this live, like you wasn't on here, but I said, yo, Angie, before you even say anything, respect AniYa A platform, because we know Angie's mouth is crazy. Sometimes she just speaks reckless. So even on the live when she was doing that,
Can I ask you a real question? You didn't
like that though.
Hey. Can I ask you a real question?
Yeah, please do.
Did I not bust my ass for Andrew Kearse, man?
Bust your ass for Andrew Kearse.
Thank you.
You did.
Perfect. I'm not
gonna say you didn't.
Okay, real quick, Aries. I unmuted. Hold on, Mr. Marcus. I unmuted sis Angie. So at this point, we have a ton of comments. At one point, I forgot we were still on live. We've been live this whole time. But you know what, guys? This was so important tonight. I feel like that elephant that was in the room has been shot, killed, and we're gonna take his tusk, even though I'm not an animal killer, and we're gonna make some nice jewelry at this point, right? T. Cov, I'm glad you're leaving, because T. Cov, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but honestly, this conversation started off one way, and you're coming on commenting about the confusion because you have no idea. To say something is poorly managed, you have no idea what's been going on. So yes, thank God you acknowledge that this doesn't have anything to do with you. This has to do with community and family right now. And one thing that I cannot stand is people interjecting when they don't have nothing to do with anything. So thank God you're removing yourself. Now, back to you guys. Listen, I think we got somewhere tonight. I feel like one thing for sure that I'm listening to is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, which is understandable on every side. Another thing I'm hearing, as somebody in the media, I'm a national contributor. I am always getting interviewed for stuff. Sometimes my stuff doesn't make it on TV. One thing you guys have to understand, and this is across the board, now that I'm listening to Hawk's side and Aries and Angie's, let me explain something to you guys, which you guys probably know, but it needs to be reiterated sometimes. The media does what it wants. They can take a 5-hour tape. They could take B-roll, which is no sound. They can take 16 hours of footage and they can turn that into 2 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you're lucky. So what I'm understanding from this situation is Hawk has admitted to his wrongs, but he's also been acknowledged that he has done a whole lot of good, which that's not what I was, under the impression of. And just to let you know, Hawk, again, I wasn't against you beefing, but after we had that walk, enough is enough, things went haywire. I called, I cried, I texted, which is something I never do. And then I just left it alone and I never talked again. Ask Aries, we talked about it because Aries and me live in the same neighborhood. That means you're my neighbor too, because obviously I didn't even know that.
Sis, I gotta tell you for real. Tell you for real.
That was one of the big things, honestly.
This whole experience, like this has made me protect myself.
Right.
I shield myself from all sides. And it has made me not reclusive, but just very protective of my space.
Right.
So I just was putting a distance between everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I'm sorry you felt that way, because I know I said some things. Everybody know who I don't like, who I don't give a fuck about. And I said that, and you felt like that was directed at you. I wasn't for you, sis.
No. It wasn't. Let me clear the air, because I got an understanding that day of who it was about. My concern and my problem was, we're all Black people, Black and Hispanic, Black and brown. And we had one of the most amazing events I had ever been a part of. And less than 24 hours later,
It was chaos.
Cursing people out about something that happened, Hawk. And I was confused. And when I saw Aries interacting and then you guys were going at it, I'm like, people are watching. And this is why I was trying to call and intercept somehow, because I was saying, I don't even know what's going on. So I can imagine.
We actually had our speak, our 1-on-1 after that. We had a one-on-one on my, him, Hawk and myself. We had a one-on-one. We had a one-on-one talk after that.
Okay.
And we had a one-on-one talk after that. Like that, and that's why I'm saying it's like I felt Hawk and my brother, like seriously, I felt that we had all our problems squashed until I started seeing certain things, and then it's like I did feel a certain way when I did, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like. And that's why Angie felt a certain way too. When she seen that you put a laughing emoji inside Clayton's comment, that's when she felt like, well, he's a part of your organization. If you didn't put a laughing emoji on there, it'd be like, okay, maybe he didn't see it. But she's like, no, not only did he see it, he put a laughing emoji on the comment.
No, here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing.
This is why she kind of felt like, let me just finish. I'm more with it. This is why she felt like, okay, well, he obviously knows something about it, and not only he knows something about it, he's co-signing. That's why it's like Hawk and Clayton must have talked about it, because it's like not only is Clayton putting this out here calling me a bitch and all this other stuff, saying I'm a clout chasing bitch who want a movie, but this is supposed to be a victim, and you co-signing his words, and so it did make it okay. If you're the leader of the organization, he's not running away from it and saying I'm not going to be a part of it. He's actually partaking in it by putting a laugh.
And then me and Aries was the oldest one out of the group. And you and what are you doing? All these movies are coming in.
Here we go.
Like we're nothing.
Here we go.
Aries, you see what you started? Hawk.
No. Here's what this is, right? Here's what this is, right? Now, I'm glad you said y'all been here forever, right?
Yeah.
Right? The only person been here longer than y'all is my sister Shavana, right? Only person, right?
And Nepal.
Y'all niggas, Nepal, y'all know me. Y'all know my struggles with everything. Y'all know where I came from. High school dropout, GED, law degree. Y'all know my battles in these streets with niggas who don't like me, not because they don't like me, but don't like me because of the attention we get, right? Y'all knew everyone. Nigga, you knew all my struggles, right?
And I have stuck by you no matter what.
Here I am.
That didn't like you and stuff.
Angie, you held me down, and I did the same thing for you, right? And just imagine this
because
shit, bro.
I felt
Come on, sis. I'm trying to have a motherfucking moment. Let me get this shit off my chest. Let me get this shit off my chest.
Let him talk.
Right? People who know my motherfucking struggle, a nigga got a fucking TV show where he out here trying to kick ass for the people, and y'all shitting it on it every week? Like, off GP. You know what? It's fuck Hawk, but like, chill. Let that nigga live. Like, this nigga done been through some shit, and he finally, like, in a place where he doing some other shit. Like, let that nigga live no matter what. I'm not trying to fuck up.
I was letting you live. The only thing that I was upset with is because Andrew's dash cam was not aired. Do you understand?
Am I a producer on BET?
But that's what they told me. That's what they said. It's because of you that you didn't air it because of you. You didn't want it. That you cut my.
Angie, listen to him. Angie, listen to him.
That's why.
Angie, listen to him.
That's why I was upset.
Angie,
hold on. That's why I was upset. Because
I understand that.
Listen to me. Like that's what I was upset.
We heard you, Angie, but listen to what he's saying, because he's agreed with everything you said. Real quick, Hawk, because right now it seems like she needs to understand. Hawk, do not go anywhere. Tonight we're gonna have resolve. Angie, this is not going to change by you going back and forth. Let me tell you something. What happens is, after a while, he's gonna shut down and you guys will never resolve it. It happened. Now let's move forward. I hate to be
so what you're gonna do?
No, wait,
Andrew makes 3 years Monday. Andrew makes 3 years Monday.
Understand something, Angie. He cannot control the entire.
I'm glad everybody get to see this.
I understand that. I understand
everybody
all that.
get to see
narrative.
Listen to me. What you gonna
I'm
do?
glad
Right
everybody get to
right
see
now,
it.
what you gonna do?
I'm gonna mute her because she's speaking out of emotion and she's not thinking clearly. And that's not a diss. Hold on, Marcus. That's not a diss. This is logical because I want her to understand something. Hawk, you made so many great points. And again, Aries agreed with you. She's agreed with you as well. She has totally been in agreement. So let me tell you something, Hawk, don't go anywhere just yet. We're gonna shut this down in just a minute, but this has been amazing because I now see that Hawk, you're not as bad as not just, any conversations I've seen online, whatever, but you've cleared the air entirely about your name. You go above and beyond. We've acknowledged that. You've been out there kicking ass, which I've always known, but there's been certain things that have caused dissension, but tonight we've cleared it. So what Angie needs to understand.
It's still not clear. It's still not clear, but
Aries, please do not make me pause you because you already know it's cleared. It's cleared. You guys.
I know.
You're gonna have a separate. I know. You guys are gonna have a separate heart to heart. I want you guys to get back to a place, if it can happen, where you guys work on this thing again. Andrew's situation is different than Eric Garner. Like Hawk said, and you guys have to think rationally. Eric Garner is 5 years, and we still haven't gotten the answers that we need or the solutions or anything that we've been looking for. Pantaleo, all of these things. This stuff happens, and it takes years. And right now, Angie is acting out of emotion because she's hurt, and I get it, Angie. I'm not discounting anything, but that's why I have to keep you on mute real quick because I don't want you to blow up at Hawk because I see what's happening. If whoever producers and editors have said whatever they've said, you guys have to understand as well, people are going to talk. But again, they can take 16 hours of footage and turn it into 2 minutes. I've seen it done myself. Because
but sis, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? Right? Now, Aries, you know me. You've been bashing me like a motherfucker, right? Right? Real shit, my nigga. You think I would cut? You think I would cut Andrew footage out of a show?
You said what? Listen, to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I didn't like Angie kept wanting to say something prior to, like, as far as when they're gonna show the footage, and I actually used to tell her, listen, we don't know if they're gonna show the footage or not wait until the show ends. Like don't even jump out the window. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was times where she wanted to come out and say things prior to, and it was like, I'm like, no, because why? And this is what I've been trying to explain to you. You know me, and I know you, and I've been trying to fight for you with all the organizations from way before when you was going through a whole bunch of shit. So when the things came down on me like that, and now I'm a dirty little dread nigga with a dirty little Hotep dread nigga, I ain't hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta take some shots. Y'all been on me, nigga. You've been on me, nigga. I've been quiet, nigga.
I can take shots at Mr. Too Fat like nigga too. I can do that.
Fuck out of here. Y'all been on me, nigga. And I've been quiet, nigga.
Quiet.
But I'm being honest with you.
You know how much I had to eat, man.
Nah. But the thing is, I didn't want you to be quiet. My thing was, no, I'm not going to be quiet because the thing is, when I was trying to be honest and you blocked me, and we got to keep it a buck.
Nigga, I'm petty. I'm not going to give you what you want. You know me. I'm petty. And just like you know what annoy me, I know what annoy you. I know what annoy you.
No, but you didn't annoy me, though. I'm trying to say, all I wanted was the truth. So when you blocked me, I laughed because it's like, yo, honestly, that's why when AniYa asked today, she said, what could be the real resolve? I said, the only real resolve that I could have is having a real honest conversation. And she said, what about heart to heart? I said, no, not a heart to heart, because the heart lies.
He said it.
Me and you be knowing the real shit. We even know the bullshit that we talk about that has nothing to do with the organizations, even though we working the way we working, the way we work. You know
hold on for 1 second. So like, hold on. What you want?
I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Could you get the
beyond the organizations, me and him talk outside of any kind of Black Lives Matter situation. Me and him talk all the time about different situations that wasn't even Black Lives Matter things, just real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Real life shit, real hate. And so when I start seeing things and I'm seeing weird stuff happening, like fake alliances being formed and people that was talking shit, and I told you about that, people that was talking shit about you and people that you was talking shit about, and I'm seeing them clicked up, I'm laughing because now I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, because I see the phoniness, and you can't.
But
That's what I'm saying.
here's where you got to know me, right? Because I call people on the bullshit, and you know me with liars, right?
Yeah.
You know me with liars.
You know me.
If I call you on your bullshit and you don't cop to it, and you actually cop a plea, I have zero respect for you. I have
But if
zero.
if I'm trying to call you out on some bullshit, let's say I'll be right, wrong, or indifferent, right? If I'm trying to call you out on something that I perceive to be as your bullshit, and you choose not to address it, guess what? I'm coming harder, and I'm coming harder. The same nigga that used to be like, yo, Aries, go get him. You think I'm gonna be the same way with you? Here's
the thing. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna keep grinding. You know me. I'm gonna put my head down and work type nigga.
Of course.
You know me. I'm gonna put my head down because I done caught fire from the White House to this house to that house. I'm gonna put my head down and work. But I gotta tell you this, bro. You think I wouldn't put that dash cam footage on TV? Like, let me tell you something. I knew when y'all
was gonna be aired.
I knew when y'all was calling the producers, right? And then
call me.
listen, and whatever the communication was, and the shit that got fucked up was, I saw the scene when Angie told Andrew's story in the motherfucking in the office, and that shit made me cry. And in the middle of all the shit, this was the best depiction of Andrew on the show. And in the middle of all that bullshit, they cut the scene. And I'm like, she fucked this up. Cause that was the moment, my nigga. I'm telling you, this was the moment. And I'm like, all this bullshit, she done fucked this shit up. And this was like, and yo, son, the nigga was editing the shit, the nigga called me. He was like, yo, this shit is gold. You gotta see this shit. The nigga showed, he couldn't send it to me, so he showed it to me on motherfucking FaceTime. Yo, that shit was perfection. And we had a moment. And she was like, listen, Hawk, we gotta do this. We gotta get it right for Andrew and blah, blah, blah. And da-da-da-da. And the shit was beautiful, bro. And they cut that shit in the middle of
and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I came in, because around the time, that's when they called me. They called me around the time when they were thinking about airing the footage and airing anything that had to do with Angie. That's when they called me. And they were like, we're running into discrepancies. And I'm like, what discrepancies? I don't know nothing about nothing. They're like, well, Angie signed on the thing, but she only signed on for the dash cam footage. So they didn't show, and that's the reason why they cut everything with Angie. They cut everything with Angie because of the fact that they said that the only signature that they got was the signature for the dash cam footage, and they asked for the signature. They asked for her regular signature for her to be released, like for the release form, and that was never given to her. And that's why you can't understand. You gotta understand why she's under impression.
But that could have been sent to her. Niggas was getting signatures 3 days before the show. The lady said like a week before the show.
The lady said she was trying to get in contact with Angie, and I'm being honest with you. The lady said she was trying to get in contact with Angie, and she couldn't get in contact with Angie because the only person that she was able to get in contact with Angie was through you. And she said
that wouldn't have been a motherfucking problem. Like,
but this is what was being told though. So this was for her to feel what she's feeling. I'm telling you, this is what was being told. So if somebody was either throwing some dirt on your name and for no reason because of the fact that she don't know these people. So it's like, why would they have a reason to say this? I'm saying, why would they say this to her? No,
look at this shit.
And then they even said that they even know who she was during the first beginning of the taping. That's why they didn't want her originally, because they didn't even know she was the wife of Andrew Kearse up until the middle of them shooting. They told me that. They said they didn't even know. How? Them trying to say his answers, I don't know how. I don't know how.
That's black entertainment television.
Well, it's not, let me just say again, guys, well, no more N-words. N-word, let's cut that out. But look, real quick, guys, that's another thing about production. I'm telling you right now, I go through it all the time. Aries, you were my co-host sidekick for the last show we did with the artist that I got on the show to discuss his.
I'm not productive though, but I'm not productive, so don't give me any production. I'm not productive.
Don't be doing shit.
No. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
Don't be doing shit. Don't be doing shit.
Look, I'm telling you right now. This is what happens. They will pick and choose what they want and they will edit what they want. And then also, this happened to me when I was going on national TV, the Mel's Robbins show. They acted like they were reaching out to this artist to get all of his consent. You know what they did? They emailed him, and he never saw the email, but they could have called him as well as Facebooked him.
AniYa, 1 second. I want to say something that's really important, and this is to you, Hawk. I sent a Facebook message to Hawk, right? And that shit was completely uncalled for, and that shit was completely unwarranted. And I would definitely I apologize for that, because even after I sent that shit, I felt a certain way after I sent that shit. And I pretty much, like I said, you was a brother to me, so you fucking hurt me, my nigga. I'm like,
listen to me.
You hurt me too.
Listen.
Let me say what I said. I'm saying, so I sent a message to AniYa, and
you ain't even got to put it. You ain't even got to say what was said. You ain't even got to say what was said.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there because, like I said, I don't hide nothing. But I put it out there, and I basically said, yo, if you pass away, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? And after I even sent that shit, I felt a certain way, and I told my fiance that, because now Hawk, I have a fiance now. You know what I'm saying? But I told my fiance that I told my fiance, like, yo, I shouldn't have did that. I'm saying, and I was acting out of emotion, but yo, I was hurt. You feel me? And because it's like, yo, you see things happen, and it's like, yo, and the one thing that me and Angie always talked about, it was never a hateful thing. The one thing we always talked about, we always said Hawk did work. What we didn't like, we was like, damn, we just felt like we lost a brother that we used to have. That's the way we felt. And I'm being honest with you. He said that, and I said that.
Yeah.
He said that, and I said that.
Okay.
Let me give you all this, right? Let me give you all this.
Let Hawk say his piece.
My nigga, my brother. The best thing you could have did was inbox me, because I was like, until he say something to me directly, call, phone, DM, whatever, I'm not responding. So when you said what you said to me, and I was able to just say some shit, to get some shit off my face, off my chest, and respond, that shit made me feel a hell of a lot better. Because you know the type of person I am. And for niggas to be out here dragging me and me not being able to say shit, you know me.
I wanted you to say something, though.
You know me. You know me. You know me. So it's chess, right? Now, secondly, bro, you got to understand, when we all met, even when Angie came into this, we was a year in. Like, we was a year in. Like, shit was pure, right? We could be in front of the courthouse.
Me and you was moving. So for me to watch a TV show, for me to watch you say, yo, Nepal is the most seasoned person I have during the time when I was still in the organization, it's like, yo, bro, are you serious? Are you serious?
Listen,
are you serious, bro? Are you serious?
Stop with the emotion, son. Stop with the emotion. Listen to me.
No, I was making a joke. I'm actually right now.
But listen. They was trying to drag Nepal. They was trying to pit me against Nepal. Now, me and Kim ain't never been friends, but me and Kim see each other in the city. Yo, what up, what up? She was like, you did some bullshit. I'd be like, you know, whatever, you get me. But the way they had this shit, the footage aired, was like me and Kim was mortal enemies, when it's not the truth. Me and her talked about that. Same way they had they was trying to create beef between me and Nepal, right? Just trying to make something out of nothing for TV.
That's ratings, guys. It's
that's
ratings.
The way that shit work, B.
It's ratings.
Editors did not like that. Editors did not like that.
That we wouldn't fight. Nobody liked that we wouldn't fight with each other. Nobody liked it. And we still had a good show. Now, the real shit is, the reason why that show is no longer on the air is because of the city governments, ATL, New York, and fucking Tyler Perry. And they use Keisha Bottoms. It's a lot of shit, bro. But the bottom line was, we was getting truth out there and niggas ain't like it. Now, like I said, when we came into this, it was time for everything, B. I didn't have a baby. I ain't have a newborn, right? My ex-wife, I wasn't with her. Like, it was just so much time.
Bro, the day you had your baby, what
Yeah, we was having the action. And I was trying to get out of the hospital and go back.
I'm holding a meeting with Nicole Bell. We got the sisters over there in Union Square. Come on. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
You know Kenneth had cancer and recovered, right? Me and Kenneth talked. Kenneth had cancer and recovered. You knew that?
I didn't know. I couldn't find him on the internet, so I didn't know. I know his girl.
He had cancer. He recovered. Word. Me and him been talking. Like a lot of people who left came back, man. A lot of people who left came back. Now, the thing we had back then, we ain't got now, that I don't have, that changed in my life. So if you say Hawk changed, was time, bro. Now, I'm in different countries. When we started out, I didn't even have my motherfucking passport active. Now I'm in different countries. That's how I pay my rent. Like talking about victims. Angie, I heard you say that. Oh, he getting money for talking about victims. You rather me make money talking about victims or make money talking about corporations and just being a greedy nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, you rather me talk about racism or you rather me be some punk ass suit out here running around get paid to do nothing? Like, I take whatever gifts I got. Now, make no mistake about it. I'm $250,000 in debt because of my education. And I take that education and use it for the people. Like, niggas see, oh, he big black nigga with a missing tooth. They think no, nigga, you know my pedigree and you know what I invested into my mind. And now I'm flying here, flying there, building, organizing, fighting. I really don't have time to be everywhere. I got an autistic son. I got a daughter. I got a sister running for Congress. Fucking Nepal. Aries. Nepal is #2 activist in the world now.
Yo, and you see, if you notice, even when it comes to Vonnie, I don't bash other people in the organization. The only person I really bashed, and I've told you that, was you. Because I had a personal problem with you with certain things. And so, like, I just, like, it's like, nah, bro, why? Because there's certain issues I had. Like I said, some of those things stem from once we stopped communicating. It was like, okay, once I start seeing certain things happen, it's like, okay, this dude is not going to tell me the truth. So if he's not going to tell me the truth,
nigga, but
N-word.
Brother, we already had this conversation on your stoop. We already aired it out. You want me to rehash some shit that we already talked about, but it was already out there.
No, I didn't want you to rehash stuff. It was once I started watching this on TV, certain things that we talked about, it's like, okay, now that I started seeing holes in the conversation that we had. And it's like, oh man, damn, I thought that conversation we had was some real stuff. And now I see holes in it. Now, granted, it might have been a reason for the holes in it. It might have been certain information that you couldn't get out because you had the show coming out. But I'm saying, but I did see holes in it. And when I started seeing the show filled in certain holes. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all I was saying. When I bring up lies and stuff like that, that's what I'm addressing. I'm like, there's certain holes that you could have, when we had our conversation, could have been filled. But
somebody got a TV on. Somebody got a TV on. They can turn it down.
Because like I said, prior to that, and that's why I told you before. Prior to that, we had a conversation. We had the type of relationship to where I could hit you up and you can hit me up. I'm saying, but it don't gotta be a group chat, whatever. But it got to a point where it's like, nah, I couldn't hit you up no more. And that's when it got to a point. Like I said, you can say, oh, you was too busy with whatever your reasons, whatever. You know, you say your stupid reasons. I'm saying, I ain't gonna put that out there. But you like, I got this and I got that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. That's all cool. But that has nothing to do with, before we do our business and doing for community, there was no problem with me calling you. Now, if I call you, I barely get an answer. If I text you, I gotta wait mad long. And at the time, I'm a member of your organization. Yeah. So then when I see the times when that was happening, and I watch on TV, and I'm like, okay, so during that time that he was saying this and that, it really wasn't necessarily like that. And certain things could have still been happening. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, and I'm being honest with you from my personal opinion. I'm like, well, you know what? I guess certain things were just for the cameras if that's the case.
My brother, you know where you was at. And you know my issue with where you was at. And you know what all that was.
No, I don't. No, you know why? You know why? Because I spoke to you personally on where I was at. And I figured that and even with me being where I was at, I was taking shots because of that from our own organization. And nobody else understood why I was over there except for you. So I took the shots from our organization, from the president of our organization, taking shots because I'm going over to the spot. And I'm like, I'm the only person I'm answering to is to you because you know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I took those shots and nobody was able to send no shots at me. You ain't send up no shots at me, and you supposedly knew what I was doing. And that's why I said you didn't trust me. You didn't trust me. So that's why after a while I'm like, you know what? That's what I was doing now.
Real crazy, man.
He was a general.
Shit started, let me tell you, shit started looking real crazy. And I'm telling you, you told me your truth. You told me your truth.
You didn't call me though. You didn't call me though.
You know what? You know what? You told me your truth. Shit was looking too crazy for me, fam. Shit was just looking too crazy for me. You understand? Like shit was just looking too crazy. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just chalk this one up. He over there doing that. The shit was just looking too crazy. And that's what that was. You know what I mean? But listen, man.
That's understandable. But like I said, we could have had that talk. And that right there is what kind of started the divide because I was on a mission.
But can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? Hey, yo, Angie, man. Yeah. Angie, hey, yo, that's my word, man. That's one word, Angie.
The same goes here. I'm gonna knock the other two out. How about that?
Yo, that's my word, man. That's my word.
Yo, you know what you could do for me, Hawk?
What's up?
You got to with me. You take care of her. You take care of that.
Yo, all you can do is just get Andrew some justice, man. Yo,
yeah,
what you like? That's all I want, man. Like,
I got a plan. Listen, you know these politicians ain't shit.
That's all I want, yo. Like,
let me work
keep
on
the
something.
promise to me. That's all I want.
Listen, I ain't never stopped. You just cursing me out. I'm like, but listen. But I got you. Listen, I'm going to bed, man. I love y'all hard-headed ass niggas. I'll talk to y'all later.
And I'm happy that this happened. To be honest with you, even though I cursed at you the other day when I seen you on your side.
Yeah, and I got at you too, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
We're laughing.
That's why I am happy that this did happen though.
I should have ran you over, nigga. Look at it.
I'm surprised he didn't get off the car. I'm surprised he didn't get off the car. Like, but
after all this happened, I get a message. I saw Hawk yesterday after my workout. I was like, what? Like, I had no idea.
Hold, wait, listen. I was supposed to be on this show earlier, but once I see you come on, I said, out of respect for your show, I am not coming on the show because I do not want to disrespect or take away from the message of what's going on in Georgia. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's real.
And I haven't seen you.
And let me tell you that these are spots we
I
need
wanted
to
to
be
put
in,
you
bro.
guys together, Hawk.
Let me tell you something. Like on some real shit. Let me tell you something. Aries on some real shit. I got these motherfucking streets on tilt. Niggas is ready. I got motherfucking Baptist preachers running around here talking about fuck the police. The streets is ready, B. The streets is ready, B.
We working on some stuff too.
Good.
Are you listening to me?
I got you. Let me put something together.
Monday, right?
Let me put. I know.
3 years. 3 years.
What you doing for Monday?
We know.
I don't listen. I don't know about Monday, but I'm gonna put something together for you.
So Angie, so everybody,
you got my work.
We're listening to some music. Real quick, last words from each of us.
That's it. I ain't got nothing else.
Last words from everybody, please. Whoever's TV is on, lower it down. But Aries, let's start with you. Aries, last words. And I want you guys to reconnect after this, please. But Aries, last words, because we're shutting it down.
Last words, you already know, man. It's Aries, man. I'm here, loving the AniYa A show as always. You know, and I guess out of chaos comes and confusion comes some kind of resolve, which is always a good thing. People know that I talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything I talk is pretty much, I'm very emotional. I speak my pain. I talk from the heart. I mean, and I try to be as radically honest as possible. Have I been coming at Hawk with certain times? Yes. Have I been doing it as long as you say? No, I ain't been months and months and months. It was only during the show. But
it's been a lot of riding.
Yeah.
Certain things had to be done because I'm being honest with you. When you seeing things And I've always been that type. Like I said, when I see things that I don't feel is right, whether I was in the organization or I wasn't in this organization, people, and I don't know if you forgot, Hawk, when I first originally got in contact with you, it was to question you. You know what I'm saying? When I first got in contact with you. So it was like my pressure wasn't going to stop just because now I got love for you. And just because if I felt something that I saw that went left, I can't say, oh, because I got love for this brother, I'm not going to come at him. Nah, it's the same resolve. And so I felt like, okay, if I'm not getting no answers back and the love is gone, then it is what it is. But at the same time, like I said, I didn't come after you. Because I could have came at you. Like we know what we know. I could have come after you. I wasn't doing that.
Okay.
I was just addressing certain situations that I'm about to get up. I just addressing certain situations. So with now, I'm actually happy that this definitely happened. And hopefully we'll see what comes of this. I don't like to make no guarantees, but hopefully we'll see what comes of this, because there's a lot of work that's still being done in the streets that I'm still involved in, and there's a lot of work that's still being done. So hopefully, like I said, we're going to see each other in the streets eventually anyway. So this needed to happen before it started looking real ugly eventually. We'd have met up in the streets and it probably looked stupid. So thank you, AniYa. Thank you, AniYa.
Thank you. Alpheus, say your last words. I know you Alpheus is having a whole meal. This Negro got a drink, a cigarette, and shit.
You got to understand something. Early when I tried to get on, I was outside. I was, I had to rush to get home to try and catch up.
Got you.
But what I'm glad about is the fact, they was able to resolve their matters and see that it was nothing more than a miscommunication with all this here. We all got agenda, which is to help our communities. And that should be the only thing that matters, because when it's all said and done, if we don't do it, who else is going to do it? We've been out of slavery now for 154 years. We've been having these issues with protesting and all the rest of this for the last 60 years, and nothing has come about it. We are now in a situation where this is our last hurrah. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody really realizes what it is that's at stake. Our communities are tired of having leaders that talk the talk but are not really doing what's necessary. And when I say what's necessary, I mean politically as well as, civically. It's not taking place. And we have to find a way, to more or less come together without all the egos. I mean,
thank you.
When it's all said and done, it's about the community. And I do what I do personally because I know for a fact my background, my former background and things that I used to do, I can't see that cycle continuing, especially now that I have grandchildren.
That's right.
I want to make sure that the kids that grew up with my kids see something more productive than, what's been talked about. You know what I mean? We could sit up there, we could talk about civil rights and all the rest of that, but we still ain't get near dime that we was promised when it comes down to civil rights. We still have segregated schools, a lack of social inequalities, as well as the social economics.
That's right.
And it's not getting any better. So, I hope this here, works as a stepping stone, for brothers to get on board with the mission and stay with the mission. Because, if we have a platform itself, we got to utilize it for what it's worth, and go from there.
Thank you, Marcus.
That's all I got to say.
I don't know who I should let go next, Angie or Hawk. As long as it's positive and you're smiling, Angie, let's let Angie go and let's let Hawk close out because Angie is smiling.
I'm very emotional at times, so I apologize. I am, but I'm like when it comes to Andrew, I'm like, I'm really like.
We know, baby.
Yeah.
But we're here for you. We're here.
Yeah. Hawk. Like I said, I was just hurt. Because sorry. I accepted you like my brother, and I still do. And I was just hurt that, Andrew wasn't heard. And you promised me, and that's what hurt me the most. And yes, you have fought for me, and you have taught me a lot, and I have taught you too, because we have grown together, and you know that. And as well as Aries, Aries been there since day one. If it wasn't for Aries introducing me to you, you know, we wouldn't know each other at all. So, and like, I do miss you. The kids miss you, you know, and I just want you to do right by Andrew and keep your promise. That's all I've been asking, you know, because it was wrong how he died. And I can't get him out my head. These days, like I said, Monday makes 3 years. So every day that it comes up to the day, I'm remembering what happened that day before he died. What we was doing, what I was doing, what we was arguing, like, you know, and it's real hard to get that up. And when the angel anniversary comes up, it's even worse. You know, for us, I'm not a victim. Like you said, I'm a warrior. And
right on.
And I just want him to be heard. And you know that. That's all I wanted. It wasn't about money with the show. It was about me wanting him to be heard, because he wasn't heard. He pleaded and begged for his life. It was wrong for him to die like that, in that manner. And that's what I want people to understand and to know, to know him. Because, yeah, it doesn't matter what he did in life. At the end of the day, he was still somebody. He was my husband. He was my kid's daddy. He was a son, a brother. And I want the world to know that. I want everybody to know him the way I know him. And that's all I asked.
Right on.
Thank you, Angie.
For the record, she didn't want to take the settlement. She didn't. She actually felt like she killed Andrew all over again by taking that. Like, he didn't want to. Let me tell you.
Listen, let Hawk do his last words. We're pushing on 1 a.m. Y'all got me emotional. My head is like crazy. All over. We love you.
Aries.
Hear you.
Nigga.
Hey, N-word.
Brother. Let me tell you something. The whole time, I couldn't figure out, like, you live 5 blocks from me. Why you just didn't walk up, punch me in the face, and fight me, and we be done with this shit? That's the shit I just couldn't figure out. Like, why we couldn't scrap? You know what I'm saying? At least you would have got that one hit. It would have been over for you after that, but it would have been done. It would have been done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been done.
No, but I tried though.
I was always here.
Nah, I was on your block.
That's why he was on your block.
Why you ain't come up to the car? Why you ain't come up? Nigga, I was sitting there talking to him for a hot couple of minutes, and then the cop came.
You was driving the car. You was talking.
He had his phone up. Chasing clout. He had his phone up. He wasn't coming over to scrap. He had his phone up. Like, look.
I was on the phone with Angie. I was on the phone with Angie.
They're gonna be on here all night. All right, guys.
Yeah, I can't. But nah, for real. Like, nigga.
I love y'all though. I do though.
No matter what. No matter what, I know your heart is for the people. Keep fighting, bro. Keep fighting. That's it. Keep fighting. I know you will. And Angie.
Yeah.
Yo. I ain't never want, like, I just hated the way shit went down.
Me too.
That shit fucked up. Like, I'm dead ass. I'm damaged goods. People be like, I'm a victim. I'm be like, hey, I can help you. It's cool. I catch you when I catch you. Call me if you need me. Like, shit really changed for me. But y'all got you. I never stopped. I never stopped. Like, I never stopped. Even though I wanted to, I wanted to. I was like, but I can't. Like, how that shit look? I ain't never stopped, yo.
You look like that to me, though. Like,
I know, but you crazy. But you crazy.
But you do that.
It looks like that to you because you crazy. Because it's like Andrew 120% of the time, and I'm like, yo, chill. Can I just do this for like 2 seconds?
No.
You're like, no, nigga, no. Come on, man. Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. But what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to figure something out. I'm gonna try and figure out a couple of strategic plays. We fucked up now that this the school is out.
Yeah.
Them colleges, it's mad low colleges up there, and I was speaking to them, and they want to get activated around Andrew, right? So I think that's something that we never really explored. They came out in March, but I think that's something we can maximize, and then we just got to keep pressure on. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want, like I said, I want the federal government to pick it up. I want that. That's what I want. I want him to get indicted. I want him to go to jail. You know that.
I know. Trust me. I know.
And I don't want it to be like Eric Gardner that they say 5 years and it can't because no indictment on murder or whatever. And you know I don't want that.
You know, jokingly, I told you what you could do with some of that settlement, buddy. That'll be faster than anything. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, come on, nigga.
No.
Come on, nigga. But nah.
I want him to go to jail, man.
I'm gonna send you.
That
was a joke. That was a joke. I never tell you nothing like that for real. But let me think on a couple of things. I'm gonna send you something, y'all. I hope you and the kids is good. But,
all right, so you gonna unblock me now? Cause you know.
No, your niggas is blocked for life. Your niggas is serving a sentence. You're serving a sentence, B. Y'all in penitentiary. You're incarcerated, bro.
You're
incarcerated.
I don't want to see nothing that you're doing, yo. I don't want to see nothing you're doing, yo. Keep doing what you doing. I don't want to see nothing. You block me, I'm good.
Nigga, I was literally in front of your building honking the horn so you can see us outside working in your hood.
Oh wow. And how you go to my block and get arrested? And you didn't even I was like, you wasn't.
I'll be back Sunday. I'm coming back there Sunday to give out Mother's Day meals, Jamaican food. So come and get a plate.
But you on the other side.
Curry?
Yeah, curry chicken, stewed chicken, fried chicken.
I'm back.
In the same spot where they arrested me.
Okay,
yeah,
that's on the other side. That's on 153. That's not 156.
Yeah, but that's where they arrested me at. I'll be over there. But listen, I love all y'all, man. And like what it come down to now is like niggas who really about this work gotta stick together 4 to 7. Niggas really about this work gotta stick together.
Brothers and sisters that are about this work.
Yes, people, brothers and sisters. And with that, I'm out. I love all y'all.
You guys got me on that. You got me all fucking crying and shit. Like, I hate you.
Everything happens for a reason.
God's plan.
It worked. God's plan.
Amen.
Yeah, amen.
I love you. Please speak to each other, text each other.
And again, I'm going to say it again. My apologies for our Facebook because that was uncalled and that was unbecoming, and that is not even my character to even write something like that. So again, my apologies again for that because that you should never come to a point where you even writing things like that.
For miscommunication. Angie, did you apologize yet for anything, Angie? I didn't hear a sorry yet, Angie. I know.
I'm sorry for hurting you.
Yo, sorry, yo.
No, I was sorry for hurting you.
No. Because I was just hurt, and I just wanted you to be hurt.
My ass been coming back.
I know. It's all right.
For real, I'm sorry.
All right, I'll check you in a minute.
Okay.
Play the music. Where the music at? You gotta play the music. Play the music. You gotta play the music. You gotta play the music.
Let me play the music. Angie, don't go nowhere. Angie, it's the first time you're on the AniYa A show. You don't even know.
Oh, okay.
The best blessing. It's our time. Literally, thank you so much, Aries, for reminding me about this song. Listen, guys, it's really our time. Get in it. Be blessed. It's a new season. I hope you can hear it. Lachi, it's our time.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in and staying with us this whole time.
Wow.
You probably got like 1 view.
Wow.
-1. They like, we're out of here.
Wow.
We're going off on me. Emerald is still hiding. Emerald. You could come out now.
Her microphone was muted the whole time. Like, real. I'm like, wow. I was surprised. Like,
she's just muted.
You know what it is?
She muted it. We've been talking.
No, she said she didn't know how to unmute it.
Oh.
What?
Hear me?
We can hear you. Now she comes up.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
AniYa,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. At the end of the show.
It's sometime.
You know what?
Wait, we have
Those
somebody.
two need their own show. You need to interview the survivors. You are Neighborhood Survivors Alliance. You should have Angie and their stories. That sounds like a great show right there.
Let's talk about it, honey. What a night. I am in shock. What just happened?
I know.
You were here to
This shit is it's unforgettable.
Someone got in a car accident trying to get on live with us tonight. He said, I'm gonna be on here.
I'm sorry if you think I'm crazy.
No, she's crazy. No, she's crazy. No, she's
Look
crazy.
at his face, Angie. Look at his face.
I just want
Deal with it. This is what I had to deal with, okay? Okay? Y'all we're gonna make it.
Yes. Aries, I cannot believe tonight, Aries. Yo, oh my God. Angie, I love you, and I get it.
Yeah.
I'm here. Tonight was epic.
Tonight was epic.
Emma just joined. She on the phone, on a cordless phone. Lord, Emma.
I'm talking to my son.
Oh, wow.
I love it. We just made history. I never thought this would ever happen. I am so happy right now.
I'm so crying. This is some bullshit. You guys, I hate to cry.
This is what you call family. This is what happens. Just gotta fight it and work together and come back. We got an event on Sunday. We got to go out and get some Jamaican food. Hey, Sunday River. Oh my God. And we're all neighbors. We seem to be like we're all neighbors.
Yeah, we are.
Emerald too. Emerald hot and south.
Emerald too.
The show is.
What's she saying?
No idea.
Oh, she's back.
Oh,
Outside opens up. The show was excellent. Yeah. Y'all did y'all thing. Oh my goodness.
Today was crazy. This was
Oh, right. And I was drinking tequila while y'all was doing that.
Oh, wow. I haven't been drinking. I got a bottle heavy.
She was enjoying the show.
I was just
need a drink now.
I was all the way to the end.
I need a drink right now.
Yeah, Emerald?
I was sipping my wine. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh, all this time I was trying to time in and I couldn't talk.
Oh my, because she's on her wine. You've been drinking.
It wasn't working. No,
Oh
it was
my
working.
God, girl. You so late.
Late.
No,
But
I was talking mad smack in the comments too.
Where are you?
I couldn't see the comment.
I can't
A
wait.
shot for me.
Look, it's a celebration.
Listen, I got my wine. I was already sipping. I was watching all the tea.
Sipping.
Wow. You're
Anne's
sipping
about
the
to
tea.
have her honey. He's gonna have his. Look, I'm
Niggas
gonna.
so
People
show.
probably listening to us like was like, wow, oh my God.
It's a lot.
Comments
It's a
tonight.
lot.
The
It's a
comments.
lot.
The
Is there not a
comments.
comment? For real? Oh wow. I gotta see.
150. I'm like, I forgot we were on live, and then I looked, and I'm like, oh shoot.
Oh, I'm supposed to be reading the comments.
Wow.
Yes, you was on live the whole
I'm
time.
gonna tell you this.
Wow.
I'm
What's
gonna
up,
share
brother?
it.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Oh yes.
But it's really time for us to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Goodbye. Even though
Goodbye.
I'm late with my
Yes.
audio.
Love
You're
all
definitely
of
late.
you.
All right.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody have a good night. You gonna play your music?
We already did. Bye, Pamela.
All right. Wow. Good night.
The Jose Cuervo. Good night, Mama. I love all of you.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Aries, you already know.
I know. You and Emerald. You and Emerald. Y'all already know. 3-way. You and Emerald.
All right, 3-way.
Don't call me. Bye, guys.
We're gonna call you. We're not gonna call you. We're gonna get back on the live next time.
Next time. All right.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.